Ooh, right, prep day one officially is upon us. It's Monday the 28th of April. Prep has been pushed forward another week. So originally it was supposed to be the 1st of June, then we brought it to the 5th of May, and then bloods came back last week, green light, good to go. I was up north filming, so I said to Cal, should we just get the party started this Monday or what? He was like, yeah, let's do it. It's been a long old off season, let's just get it going. So we are officially 23 weeks out this past weekend. Longest prep I've done, but 23 weeks is actually the earliest point of me stepping on stage. The last show I have planned is actually in 29 weeks, so it's going to be a long old summer, but I'm here for it. I'm super happy with the improvements we made over the off season. Like, I'm not sure what I said in the last video with Laz. I said a lot, I was on the ball there, but just to breeze over it. Peak body weight of off season 258, had a tidy up, brought it back down to about 246, 247. This past weekend I checked in with Carl, I was 243.4, which was yesterday, and that's just because food was very low on the weekend. I ate shit food, but not a lot of food. I had boys on stage on Saturday, so I was very caught up in that. I ate one meal at the venue all day. I had one before I'd went, and then I had a pizza from Domino's in the night with some Krispy Kremes. I basically just ticked off all the shit food that I wanted to have. So there was a McDonald's feast Friday night. I love a McDonald's. Domino's Krispy Kremes on Saturday after the show. And then yesterday, I just wanted a good burger, homemade or semi-homemade. I bought it from Marks and Spencer's, but I cooked it at home. So 2 fat burgers from there, 2 brioche buns, a bunch of chips, some pastries. It's done. So we'll see how long it is until I crave that again, hopefully a while. But yeah, day one of prep. I had a question on Instagram yesterday, which I'll touch on straight away, about me being transparent. I feel I'm like super transparent anyway, but people want to know cycles and all this shit. YouTube isn't the place for it. Like, this is accessible to people of all ages. I'm not happy putting myself in a position to perhaps be influencing someone younger than me to do stuff when they have no business doing that kind of shit. So if you want to know more details about that stuff, I do actually put it out there, but it's on trainedbyjp.com. Go on there, sign up, follow my log. There's loads of content on there. All the athletes put all their details on there. So if you want to know that shit, trainedbyjp.com, simples. But I will obviously kind of breeze over it here. Let's just say for the last 9 weeks, I've been on sports TRT, and now we're ramping it up. That's all I'm giving you. So there we go. I've done my cardio, 30-minute Stairmaster, 30 steps, did some abs, came home, showered, and here I am. So I've got a day in the office. I've got quite a bit of traveling on the next couple of weeks. So edits, meals, training later, at a new gym. Stay tuned for that. Right, so pre-workout meal going in, cream of rice. I'm back eating it. If you've followed the last few videos I've uploaded where I've been eating, I have been drinking my cream of rice just because appetite is or has been dead. Although we've been on this tidy up for about 6 weeks now, and gradually appetite has come back. So we brought in eating cream of rice back in the mix. It's the same meal I've been eating fucking 3 or 4 years now. 100 gram cream of rice, 60 vegan protein, 150 berries. Peanut butter is in, but I'm conscious. Again, if you've followed the last couple of preps, peanut butter kicks my ass when I start getting hungry. It's the one thing I crave out of everything. So it's in for now, but when I can feel that little niggle coming back with the cravings, that'll be out for dark chocolate. So calories at the minute, like I said, we've been dieting, so food's already lower than it was. It got to about 5.5. Currently training day food is 4,000. Rest day is now 3,004. The only immediate change we've made to food from now is we've removed half a bagel on training day, so it's like 1.5 bagels instead of 2, and rest day is 1 bagel, and then rice has been removed from the back end of the day, which is my red meat meal, which is mince or steak. So that is the crack right now. What is it, 10:30? I think my first meal went in about 7:45, something like that. So I'm gonna eat this, do a bit more work, and then I will head to the gym in about 30-40 minutes time, because it's about a half-hour drive to the gym now. So I will catch up with you with the subs chat. So if you have been watching the podcast and all the bits and bobs that I do in my office, you would have heard me say my office is like a bomb site. It is no longer like a bomb site. I've pulled my finger out and I've done it, as you can see, well, from this part anyway, but everything is tidy, you know. This is my little sup setup. I think you might have seen again the health sups from in there this morning. Those are the other sups that you can know more about on trainbyjp.com. And this is the sups. So I'm just getting my bits ready now, seeing what's going on. Sups wise, I need a funnel. I am still on intra-workout. It's early days of prep. Not a lot should change, and that's the thing. Like, people change way too much at the beginning of a prep, or at the end of a prep even. You know, the boys that have just stepped on stage Saturday, there were like questions about changing certain foods from some of them. I was like, boys, don't try changing too much. Like, keep everything exactly the same, because all prep, you've been looking mint. Why would you risk that by throwing something in that is potentially gonna drastically change the look, which you can do. Something as simple as like a swap out of a food source. So keep everything as close to normal as possible. Obviously you do need to make adjustments, otherwise you're never going to get in fucking shape. But yeah, that is the case with me. So 2 scoops of Train by JP for performance fuel, which is intra carbs, and I've also chucked a scoop of EAA in there as well. Although in terms of like the amino spiking throughout your session, I did do a reel on this. I don't think it's in the last video, I think it was just a reel, about like spiking protein every like 2.5 hours. So obviously I've just eaten that meal now. So in my session, if I don't eat, or if I don't look to spike my protein in my training session, if you think about it, it's going to be like an hour before I train, 2 hours for a session, half hour coming back. That's like 3.5 hours. Could even be up to 4 hours, depending if I've got a school run and all that to do, without any protein spiking. So what I will do in my session is I'll take the old MPS Max, which MPS is muscle protein synthesis, I'm pretty sure. Protein synthesis is the PS. So I will do this intra workout about halfway through the session, just so I have a spike of protein synthesis during the session. So that will come with me in the gym bag. And then the usual suspects. There is some pumpage left. I took this to the show on Saturday for the boys. Obviously I supply them with the goods, and they've left me some, so there's only a little bit left. But it is the end of the month, so I'll be ordering my my JP order probably in the next 2 days. So I'll have to get some more of that, and then you know the score. 2 scoops of that. Obviously all of these are available from tb-jp.com, and use my code MAGIC10. That'll save you some money, and that'll get me in the good books with Jordan and Corin. So that's that. And then another thing I wanted to talk about is creatine, the most scientifically researched product on the planet, and people do not take enough of it. I've been guilty of it in the past. The last few weeks, Jordan has been posting a lot about creatine, and he's been saying like the benefits in terms of not just in like the gym and performance, but brain function as well. So he's been saying anything from like 10, 15, 20 grams a day is beneficial. So what I've started doing is doing 10 grams pre-workout, which is in there, and I'll also do 10 grams post-workout. It's just easier for me to remember that. It's like when you do your GH, Carl's saying about doing, I use here, I use there. It's like, oh, just make it simple for me, man. I'm a simple man. So I'll just do split it AM and PM. Because my days get super busy, and if I'm trying to remember everything plus everything else I have to remember at the minute, my head is going to fall off. So that's the substation, we'll call it. The problem is, no, because it's black, there's powder everywhere. And if anyone came in, if my house got raided, I'm sure they thought I'd be doing something else in here. So that's the subs, and that's my trophies. Oh fuck, that's loud. That's my trophies, ladies and gents, as you may have seen in the background. I do like to display my achievements. Like in year before, I had, like I made like a design of a picture from the NABA win. And like the first year I competed, I made like a design, I printed them up, framed them, and they were in here. They're not in here anymore. Just because like that time is past now, and it's a wicked memory. In fact, my mother has put it up in her living room. Fucking scare the kids away. So that's gone. So there's nothing really picture-wise in here apart from the trophies now that are like a little reminder. And it's nice to have these things because like you've got to celebrate your achievements, not get lost in it, because I'm sure there's always more to do, but you've got to celebrate them. So that's why I always have stuff on show, just to remind me what I've done, what I'm capable of, especially in those moments of doubt. And even in the background, I don't know if you can see the bottom of it up there, next to my Mr. Wales sword with no Christmas lights. The picture frame, that's a vinyl from my DJ days, from when I DJ'd with my favourite DJ of all time, Jazzy Jeff, that you may know off the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So I DJ'd with him twice, and that is a signed vinyl. And there's also a Fresh Prince t-shirt behind a signed DJ Jazzy Jeff. So again, it's just putting my accomplishments up there. There's loads of other shit from DJing, but I've never put anything else on show because everything's pretty battered, like, because it was a long time ago. So there we go. That's my sub chat and my little bit of motivation chat for the day. I'm off to train now at Planet Fitness 𝘴𝘱𝘰𝘠𝘪𝑯𝑎𝑐𝑡𝑒, which is like the sister site to the one I've been training in since probably you've watched this channel. I need to take myself there for prep, just because there's a lot of chats going on in 𝘗𝘰𝘰𝘏 during my sessions, and it's taking my focus away from what I'm there to do. So I'm taking myself out of an environment, not because it's toxic, there's no toxicity or anything like that, it's purely just because of focus. I'm taking myself to the other gym because, number one, there's not as many people that know me over there, so the chats will be limited, or if not none, hopefully. And it's just going to be like obviously the first day of prep, I can just lock in over there then. I've talked about it for a number of weeks going over there, so it's just for me to kind of, I'm there to do a job, and I'm not there on a social, and it's just going to be more beneficial for me. I heard something on a song earlier, which I'll probably maybe put on the thumbnail or something, but isolation brings elevation, and that hit home a little bit. You know, coincidentally, I'm going over there, and that is me isolating myself away from things that are going to distract me from what I've got to do over the next 23 weeks plus. So it's 11:11. Fucking weird with numbers. So 11:11, I'm going to head to the gym, and we are on push A, boys and girls. First press of the day. I've been running up the Atlantis incline for some time now over in 𝘗𝘰𝘏𝑒𝑔𝑎, but it's become a bit of a bitch because I've maxed it out and I'm having to use calibrated plates, which are in the other room, so I'm traipsing back and forth, so it's a bit of a fresh start in here. This is the Gym 80 incline. It's a bit more of an incline than the Atlantis as well, so it's got the drop set feature on it, which I'm not using. I'm just going with one load in place rather than fucking getting confused with it all, so we'll see what we can get on here now. I think this is working set, 4 plates aside. So we shall see. I'm having to mix up the sessions as per usual, different gym, although this is going to be like the regular spot now. There's been the odd session at 𝘴𝘰𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘭𝘺, but this will be like the main one. So I'm having to go back to kit which I've not used some time, which is the Nautilus flat, which used to be the original selection in 𝘴𝘰𝘰𝘶. That's the pressing done. I've got to do a sternal fly, so I don't know where it would be, up here or downstairs. So halfway through the session, MPS max going in, if I can find the scoop. What's that? That's a 500ml bottle of water, I think, maybe less than that. But I've done half that bottle with a scoop of this, getting powder all over Di's floor. This is the strawberry pineapple flavour, Magic 10, you know the score. Also, for anyone watching, no, I'm not with Heavy Duty, but Ollie, because he's such a top guy, knowing that I'm with TBJP, still sends me shit, so always support your friends that are looking out for you, like, so if they're supporting you, make sure you're supporting them. Yeah, I'll still have random packages turn up, J Davis with a Heavy Duty sticker on, and the missus just looks at me fucking daft, so shout out to Ollie. Five minutes down the hatch, protein spiked. Atlantis lateral now, by far the best lateral. Obviously you got the Prime, which is also not quite nice, but this one, just the position of it, makes me take my traps out of it. My traps are always in the chat, but it feels like the part between your rear delt and your medial delt kind of gets in that little notch. Slightly forward, try and relax your neck. Very difficult when you're doing them, but if a bit of trap comes in, it's no harm done, because I'm sure 90% of you guys need more traps anyway. I kind of approach my side laterals slightly different to any other movement, if I'm honest. Everything else like top set, back off. Say I come here and I just do set to 10 on a warm up till I can't do 10, which was there, and then back off. I'll aim for that higher rep. There's 3 sets actually, so I'll do maybe 2 pins down, do a set, see what I get. That was like 9, maybe get like a 12, 2 pins down, aim for like 15. So single digit, mid double digit, high double digit. On 2 triceps, finishing this roughly 10 minutes before I end the session. It's pointless drinking the intra carbs, which are supposed to be intra when you're on the outra to drive home. Get your intra in, intra workout. Don't fucking sip this on the way home. That's what your post workout's for. 2 tricep movements, doing a push down, which is this Atlantis. It's quite nice actually, with a back brace on it. And then I'll be moving on to some overhead single arm extensions downstairs on the cables, and then we get home. I've just glanced at the time. I haven't looked at the watch once, the watch, and I've flown through this. There's been one conversation with one of the boys who was also in a rush training, so it was a passing ship convo. So I'm pleased with that. Anyway, enough talking, because that's why I'm over here, to not talk and get these sets done. Those of you that have been paying really close attention and are also sneakerheads will notice I'm not wearing Jordans. This is the first YouTube video in about 6 years I've not had Jordans on my feet. I bought some Yeezys yesterday for cardio and steps, just because it's not a flat sole, and the flat sole is kind of killing my ankles, knees and that, so softer sole, easier for walking. I was going to buy a shit pair of fucking running trainers, but I didn't realise how cheap these are now, and I had 20% off. So I think I had these Yeezy 500s for 90 quid, but the missus did. She bought them for my birthday. Sick. I am now on 5,030 subscribers. Thank you very much to the guys that have obviously been here way back when. This channel's been running like, say, 10 years. So if you are still watching my shit, much appreciated. To the guys that have subscribed recently to get me over that 5,000 mark, thank you very much. And obviously to everyone that supports the code with TBJP Magic 10, keep rinsing it. So that's the end of the vid. I wanted to answer a couple of questions that had come through on Insta, just to finish this off with just some honest answers, really, because that's what we're about: honesty and transparency. So just to go through this quickly, let's have a look. Anyone else you coach competing this year? So I've got Charlie Clements competing in PCA First Timers in a few weeks' time. So she's killed it. The prep has been a very successful journey. Like, how she ends up on stage is irrelevant, really, because the whole transformation of her getting to this point is something that we are both very proud of. So we'll see what happens on show day, and then from there I think it's going to be a case of like her pushing it to the next level, really, because the prep, I've seen her develop and kind of sink her teeth into it and kind of embrace the lifestyle of bodybuilding. So I think she's going to continue that long into the future. So we'll see obviously what happens when the show's done and dusted. You know, you never know. You never know who shows up on show day, so we'll see. So that's PCA First Timers, and then I've got Kane doing also a PCA First Timers show around the same time that I'm competing. So we're kind of on prep alongside each other. So that's pretty cool. And that's going to be like September time, October. So he'll be starting prep in a few weeks' time when he gets his bloods back. So yeah, shout out to those guys. They are like probably the youngest members of the No Limits coaching team. Let's have a look. What's one thing you wish you started doing right from the beginning to build a strong, sustainable foundation? I think the one thing, which probably a lot of new guys getting into this are actually struggling with as well, is to not kind of get confused with all the info out there. Like, even when I first started, there was so many YouTube videos on this method, that method, this diet, if it fits your macros, like eating shit to fit your macros diet, when it's not about that at all. You know, there's many ways to skin a cat, of course, but I think you need to stick to one way, because you're not, if you're trying this one week and then you're trying that the next week. I see guys now that have even been doing as long as me, longer than me in fact, and they're still fucking switching and swapping training methods every fucking couple of weeks, and then they look the same year in, year out. There's a reason why I've progressed as I have the last couple of years, and that's because I've stuck to one solid way which works. So yeah, that's the one thing. Don't get confused with all the bullshit out there on social media about training methods and the intricacies of it. It's very basic and very simple. The only thing that has to be consistent across all methods is the effort and the work ethic you're putting into it. Got deep. What made you start up your brand No Limits? Super impressive clients. Thank you very much. It's not a brand really, it's just my coaching. It's I've always coached since the first transformation after that, because like everyone, when they see someone get in shape, they want to know the secret. There is no secret. But I did start coaching people then by doing diet plans for like 50 quid. A diet and training plan for 50 quid, I think it was. And I never shouted about it. That's the only thing. I've never shouted about the coaching up until probably the last 12 months. I've been pushing it a lot more. So it's not a brand. It's literally just a coaching team. A brand is something like TBJP or Potential Fitwear that I've obviously dabbled in, and I still want to do that. It's just finding the fucking time right now. Magic Eye Media, that's not a brand, it's a business. The brand is completely different to a business, and No Limits Online Coaching is obviously a coaching business. Magic Eye is a coaching business. TBJP, yes, it's a business, but it's also a brand. So yeah, that's the difference there. But thank you very much on the kind words about the clients. I can't believe this question is still getting asked. Why has JP and Holland's Head parted ways with the gym? It seems like there's been a big fallout. Whoever asked that, because this is an NGL thing, I'm not fucking telling you. Do I know why? Yes. Is it anything to do with me? No. Have I chosen a side? No. They both friends, colleagues, friends I would say before that, but yeah, it's completely nothing to do with my situation, and that's why I'm not going to speak on it either. So, and I think it's water under the bridge now as well. The time has passed, like, so I can't believe people are still asking that fucking question, if I'm honest. That's a bit mad. But yeah, keep your fucking nose out. That is it. Oh no, top tips for first time competitors. You'll never get a first time again. There's always just one first time. So make sure you take it in, because it might be the last time as well. Like my first time competing in 2016 when I did the men's physique show, I didn't want to step on stage ever again. I fucking hated it post show. You can go back and watch the show day video. I think it's still on the channel. Don't rinse me for it. But the feelings after that show was like, I'd never want to do this again. I hated it. And that's a bit of a regret of mine. I should have embraced it, but it was a last minute thing. I didn't prep for it, and that's my own fault. Whereas when I came back to compete, how many years later? Six years later, 2022, from 2016, yeah, 6 years. I embraced it, and you know, I took to that stage for the first time as a bodybuilder, and took in every second, and I've taken it in every second of every show. Some have been a little bit neggy, but the majority, I say some, one has been neggy, and I've talked about that in the past, the first show last year back after being ill. But the rest of them, I've embraced every one of them. And obviously I've documented them as well, which is a good thing. So yeah, tips for first time competitors: you never get another chance at a first impression, so make sure it counts. Not just for the judges, but also for yourself. Make sure it counts, because you might not enjoy it and want to do it again. So, take in the moment. And that's it. This is the first episode of Limitless, the prep series, done and dusted. Well, the first official episode. Obviously, we had the one with Laz before this. And we had the show day video with the FitX lads. So, yeah, thank you for watching. I'll keep you up to date as much as possible. I am trying my best to put my content together around everything else I've got going on. I've got a lot of travelling coming up, but I do aim to document it as much as possible. Actually, while we're here, if I just go in my gym bag, I've gone and bought myself a new vlogging camera. I went and bought the ZV-10 Sony, so it's just easier than pulling this one out. Number one, this one's worth fucking thousands, so I don't really want to be slamming it around. I don't want to slam that one around, but this one especially, because it's my work one, this puts food on the table. So that is like going to be the camera now to kind of go out and about when I'm on my trips or whatever I'm doing, basically, in terms of YouTube content. I'm going to keep this specifically for my work stuff, unless of course I fancy just filming some bits in the gym on a high res camera compared to that. Obviously that's decent quality, but this is just next level, of course. So there we go, that is it. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed. It's a long one, but I've had feedback from people saying they want the long ones, they want 30-minute videos, so I'll aim to give you 30-minute videos, if not more. So thank you, and onwards we go with prep. How many weeks? 22, something like that, is it? I'm not sure. Something like that. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode. Peace out.